Welcome to MSA Weekly. Bill Sammons and Kevin Short, and we are in a very unique space today.
We are.
We're at WBOC Television in historic Studio D.
Yeah, we're on the MSA stage, which is located in historic
Right.
Studio D. Which this is a room that you spent a lot of time early in your career.
It was so cool coming down in here. I worked here at this TV station in 1979 to 1983, 4 years.
Okay.
I was very young. I was 20, and I was a news reporter. So I've been in this room a lot. It looks a lot different now than it. In fact, they call it Historic Studio D, which makes me feel horrible because it wasn't historic when I worked there. It was the studio.
It was the studio. And you were an anchor too, right?
I did. I did a little bit. When I worked here, everybody did everything.
Okay.
So I did some anchoring, field reporting. They had radio stations at the time too. So I worked a couple days in radio, a couple days in TV.
Okay.
And then moved to all television. But I tell you what, it was very formative in my career, and it was, I would have to say, the most fun, exciting place I ever worked. It really, because I was exposed to so many things, got to do so many things. I was a farm boy from Sussex County, Delaware, really. I mean,
and you ended up being the agriculture reporter,
I did that for the last year.
How about that?
And they really invested in the agriculture community at that time. So it was a lot of fun.
As a farmer and as somebody who's been in agriculture a long time, ask a farmer what he'll do differently in 1983, and his answer will probably be, try to make some money.
When I started working here, we were filmed, Kevin. We shot news on 16 millimeter film.
Wow.
And had to be processed. And I remember I was here
when it was all processed here.
Yeah,
right
there was a
a
lab in the back, and a guy named Bill Hoffman would process the film while we wrote our stories. And I was here when they switched to videotape, and so I saw a lot of change while I was here. But obviously, they changed since I left.
And it just continues to go.
You grew up watching the station, right?
I did. I'm an American by birth and a Sussex County by the grace of God. So my first memory of television was John B. Greenberger in black and white from this room.
Yes.
And then Ralph Pennywell, Scorchy Talls.
I worked with Scorchy.
And then later, by this time it was in color, but Alan Landay was who I remember was a big deal.
He was the guy that hired me, Alan.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
Bill Jones, you probably remember Bill.
Yeah, absolutely.
He went on, he's with CBS, or what's with CBS, so.
It was just part of your fiber growing up. You know, the station was there's so many options now, you know,
right.
But that wasn't the case.
It was it. You had an antenna and you watched WBOC.
Exactly.
That's what everybody did. So how did it become that MSA did this studio?
So I don't know what year they started doing Delmarva Life, but they had a music component to it, and music wasn't what they were doing all the time. So it became a really good fit for us to provide the music element. And so in 2017, in December of 2017, we took over this segment and handled doing all the musical guests. So we provide an audio tech that does the audio and the lighting and takes care of all the bands.
Yeah.
They typically have a musical guest every Friday, and then other times throughout the week. So I was looking up before we came here today, and today, this show that they're going to tape later today will be our 280th show.
Wow.
So there's been a lot of them here. But it was such a sentimental thing for me to come back to, I watched the broadcast here every night when I was a kid, and to be part of this was just a very sentimental, very emotional thing for me. I was very, very, very happy to be involved, and it's been great for us because it's a great marriage.
Yeah.
Because we have an interface with the musicians, and they do the broadcast very well, and we merge the two. So
it's a lot different playing music on a set like this I'll tell you, when I was here, there was a lot of live music Sunday morning.
Okay.
They would set up the band right over there.
Yeah, I remember Mary Ann and the Lights of Home.
They would set up one microphone. Ray Chamberlain, that's right.
Exactly.
They would set up one microphone, and that was it. That was it. So, I mean, MSA, fair to say, has really upgraded.
We have two. Yeah, we've doubled the inventory. We have a console here, full implement of audio gear.
Yeah,
and because every band has its own needs. I mean, they're all unique. So, it's been great. Today's show 280, and
that's amazing.
We're glad to be a part of it.
So how long was? I don't want to know how long it was I worked here, but someday. They'll shoot another show here.
They do call it Historic Studio D.
They'll reminisce about how MSA was part of the history. in this studio. So that's phenomenal.
Maybe somebody be sitting here talking about us.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. This has been a real trip down memory lane. Thanks for inviting me to be part of this one today.
Cool. And I want to thank everybody for watching MSA Weekly. We're I don't know what episode we're into now, but we've been on the air, been doing this for a few months, and we're getting a lot of comments. A lot of people are sharing, and the show is growing, and I appreciate that. So
very much.
just keep sending the questions in. Kevin@midsouthaaudio.com is my email, and we're gonna keep this up for a little while. So
Great. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on MSA Weekly.
I'm Bill Sammons. Have a good night, and thanks for watching.